Hi guys, my name is Yusha and I am an analyst by profession. I love learning, listening and helping people. And I am super curious by nature, so if you're talking to me, know that I want to know all the details. So give me all the teasers. Guys, let's face it, finances can be so daunting at times, but I'm here to break it down for you and give you all the information that you need so you and I can both be winning at life, or at least the financial part of it. Because reality is, it's never too late to learn and feed our minds with this useful information. And I know it can be an overload of information at times, but if you put things into practice, you don't have to remember it anymore. You just do it. If you've read any personal finance advice, you'll know that there's one simple rule that comes up time and again. And that is that you need a budget. But what is a budget and why is it so important? A budget is basically a roadmap for where your money will go so that you can make your hard-earned income work for you. Budgeting allows you to create a spending plan for your money. It ensures that you have enough money for the things that you need and also for the things that are important for you. It helps you see where you can save for important things you want, like that stunning shoes you saw on Superbalist. Yep, very important to treat yourself occasionally. #selfcare. Following a budget will keep you out of debt, or it can help you work your way out of debt if you're currently in debt. So basically, it allows you to use your money more responsibly. One of the key things to do when starting out your budgeting journey is to actually find your budgeting goals. Now, this is very important because it keeps you motivated and also helps you make the right choices in the process. So some of the goals might be to simply save more money, or you want to get out of debt, or you want to identify and reduce the overspending on certain problematic areas, or simply, those couples that are fighting about money, maybe it's about ending those for once. So yeah, it's a really important step to firstly define your goals right in the beginning of your budgeting journey. Now that you know why it's important to budget, you need to decide what kind of budget makes sense and works for you. So there are two main types. So the first one is a zero-based budget. This involves making income minus outflow. So what this means is that for every rand that you have is assigned a job, with some of it going into savings and the rest going into different spending categories. So this can be very restrictive, so it's not right for everybody, but it does help you avoid overspending and also helps you meet your goal. The second one is a 50, 30 and 20 rule of thumb. So this is a budgeting system that divides your spending based on percentages. So the 50% will be allocated to your needs, and this is your living expenses. So it's like rent, groceries, utility bills, and stuff like insurance and doctor's appointments. The 30% is allocated to your wants, and these are expenses that aren't really necessary for your well-being, but it's nice to have. So these are things such as your traveling, your entertainment, your eating out, or buying clothes and home decor. And then finally, the 20% remaining on your budget should be spent on savings and debt repayments, and ideally 10% should be allocated to savings. But these expenses and savings include credit card payments, loan repayments, student loans, and if you have a retirement savings or an emergency fund, that should be allocated then. One thing people fail to consider is the changes, whether it's smaller ones like cancelling your gym membership or your Netflix account, or bigger ones like moving into a cheaper house or renting out with a roomie. When you choose this approach, you'll have a lot more flexibility, but may also end up spending irresponsibly in some areas. Let's talk about the different ways of budgeting. And there are many tools that you can use to create your budget. You just need to find the right one that works for you. So you can either use a notebook and write everything out, but man, you must have a lot of time. Or you can use a spreadsheet, which is not too bad, but my favorite is using an app to track all my spending. And this is definitely a lot more easier and less admin. And who likes admin? No one. There are so many apps you can use, but one specific tool that I do want to mention is the 24/7 budgeting tool. And this is the tool where you can literally see all your money in one place. It helps you save and track your money. It links all your bank accounts and automatically provides you with a budget based on your spending. So it legit does all the work for you. It's simple and it's free, guys. budgeting is an imperfect process, so don't be discouraged if you can't get everything right the first time. If you want to be successful, you need to learn from other people's mistakes. Common mistakes people make is that they set unrealistic expectations of themselves. So if they make a budget and they can't stick to it, they'll just end up frustrated because they can't meet it. So set realistic goals for yourself. Other mistake people make is that they base their budgeting on their gross income instead of their net income. But you need to be able to base it on your net income because that's the money that you actually have in your bank account after your taxes and other deductions. So feel free to chat to us about anything, literally. Let's start a conversation. What about finances bothers you the most? So don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can receive all the tips, tricks and life hacks so you can become a boss with managing your finances. Okay, until next time.